44th between 9th and 10th.
Hi, Dakota. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am doing fabulously. You give such a beautiful performance in Daddio. So much of the movie rests on, like real communication between you and Sean Penn's character. And I know you both kind of broke down the script with Christy beforehand. Can you talk about the preparation before filming that helped you get into character?
Yeah, well, a lot of it for me was like Girlie's look and her clothes and, a lot of just imaginary stuff for her. And then Sean and I did spend some time together beforehand working with Christy and reading through things together. And but it was a lot. It was kind of solitary, the prep for me. It wasn't. We didn't rehearse. We didn't have. Did we? A little bit. At Sean's house, he made a little like fake car situation with a rear view mirror, like a little hand mirror duct taped to a broom that was duct taped to a chair. And that was how we rehearsed.
I love that. It's fascinating to me that there's like a third character in the film who's only introduced via texts, and your expressions in responses to those texts tell us everything about that relationship. Can you talk about kind of like what goes through your mind, how you play those scenes that you're just really, acting towards nothing?
Yeah, well, so L was really the villain. He's like the bad guy in the story. And it's so interesting to me. It was so interesting to me even like reading the script to begin with. It's such an amazing way to have a dark energy be present when you don't know what he looks like, what his name is, what anything about him really, and it makes you feel deeply disturbed. And I just found it so powerful. And I think, I guess I just understood. I understood the how twisted that dynamic can be, and how complicated, and how at the end of the day, Girlie just she really wants to be loved, and that to me just, I found it so heartbreaking and special. But also there's a fourth character, which is New York.
Right.
So to have these other elements at play while it's just seemingly a conversation between two people felt just like more flavor, more things to play with.
Absolutely. There's so many you guys trade secrets back and forth, or kind of like revelations about each other. Was there any one aspect in that script that stood out to you most? Like any detail about Girlie that really stayed with you?
I think I loved that she has this like underlying mischief the whole time, where she, is in a cab with a man. He's a stranger. He's saying like fairly inappropriate things occasionally. And she's like, okay, great. Like, let's go. She's not threatened by it. She's not going to jump out of the car and, be traumatized by it. She's curious and mischievous and can really support herself in this dynamic.
Absolutely. I love seeing you work with so many amazing women in the industry. I'm very excited for your team up with Celine Song. What is it that you want to bring forth to audiences with these projects that you do?
It's kind of different every time I work, but I guess it is becoming more and more clear to me as I continue to work in this industry and kind of broaden my career, that telling stories about like human connection and honest people, women, men, being true, even though it may not be popular or acceptable, is more important, is becoming more and more important to me.
I love that. Thank you so much. You
Thank
did a
you.
great job.
Thank you.
You're afraid to say his name because the guy's married, or you're married, or someone's married.
He's married.
I know he's married. Don't drive a cab 20 years and not know people.